Hey guys, what's going on? I understand that you guys are out of video, so I figured I'd make one. The car is currently running again. I am having a few minor vacuum leaks that basically make the car feel sluggish and like it doesn't have much power and this, that, and the other. But she is back up and running. I am currently working on the tent for the car because this windshield is getting taken off and it's getting a new one. But other than that, I don't really think anything else is happening. But yeah, no, we figured out that it was just timing. Timing on the car was off, so there's that. We ended up getting it retimed. We did a leak down test on it and a compression test. Both of those came back good. So I was actually very, very happy about that. So yeah, it's just at this point, it's just hope for the best. I got to try to make sure that this car is ready for Kentucky, but I'm also thinking about, instead of driving it down to Kentucky, having it transported and I just take a flight and it'll be down there the following day. So that also does mean whenever she does get down there, she has to go to the car wash. I mean, she already has to do that now, but that day she still has to go to the car wash because I want to make sure that she's nice and clean for the car show that is coming up in October. And I've also decided that I'm going to be staying down there for 2 weeks instead of 1. So at first I was only going to stay down there for 1 week, but then I decided I was just going to stay down there for 2. It makes more sense that way, because at that point, not only do I get to basically just be up in Gatlinburg, just chilling, you know, kind of checking out the sights, but I also get to join the car show, and it also gives me a little bit of time to, whenever we get back, to have the car, you know, looked over and make sure that I know that we're going to make it from Kentucky to Tennessee, to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Because from where we'll be driving from, it'll be Florence, Kentucky. So we have to take this car all the way from Florence, Kentucky, and it's gonna be like a 4-hour drive all the way to Gatlinburg, close to 5. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated on everything that's going on with the car. At least now I can. The only reason why I didn't make videos for a good bit of time was because that was the whole time the car was down. Couldn't really do anything content-wise. I know I should have made like a video on like how to retime your car or do this, that, and the other. I mean, I could run you through quick tutorials on like what you need to do. So like with the timing, get like a cam lock. Definitely have a puller, or like a puller, like a harmonic balancer puller or whatever of some type. If you have one of those, perfect. And you have to essentially unscrew the bolt that holds the harmonic balancer in, take off the harmonic balancer by using the puller, and then after that retime the car, which essentially what you do is you get the car to TDC, and then after that you look and see how many teeth you're off by. Now in my lucky case, I was off by 2 on the camshafts and 2 on the crankshaft, which is good because I was off by 4 teeth total. Now in most people's cases, the car won't run after that, or the car won't start. I most likely tapped a valve or did whatever. Come to find out, I did not tap any valves. The car actually is at, in all of its valves, the car is at 9% compression loss. That is standard. And for how old this engine is, that's actually very surprising, because for how old this engine is, it should be a little bit lower, but that means that the car was very well taken care So yeah, but after you do that, after you get the car to TDC and after you figure that out, then what you do is you essentially, you lock up the crank or the camshafts, and then what you do is you rotate whichever one to jump it that set amount of teeth. So once you've done that, and you get the cams back to aligned, and you get the crankshaft back to aligned, you should be able to start the car. And on each one, how to retime your crankshafts, you essentially, there's going to be a little indent or notch. If you're working with a 420A, there's going to be a little indent or notch on the cam gears. You want to line those two indents and notch it. You want to line those two indents on the cam gears up together. And then on the crankshaft, there should be an arrow. You want to line that up with the arrow that's on the block. You do that, you'll be fine. And once all those are aligned, then the car should start. Unless you jumped like 6 or 7 teeth. If you jumped 8 teeth total, then that means, yeah, you jumped 4 on the cam and 4 on the crank, or you jumped all 8 on cam or crank. Now, I lucked out and got 2 and 2. You could get the full 4 on one or the other, or yeah, but I lucked out. So yeah, my car was one of the lucky cases. But yeah, no, we still have to figure out what's going on with the vacuum leak, why it has a vacuum leak. And then after that, I have to change out the whole fuel system to make it more fuel efficient. And then after that, I think it's just like little touch-ups here and there. Wait, no. Then it's the tow arms, control arms, and CV axles. Once all of that stuff is changed, and I think the last thing is like the brakes. Once all of that stuff's changed, at that point it's just going into little shit that I want to get done to this car. Not have to, but want to. The things that I have to do is I have to figure out this vacuum leak. That's 1. I have to change out the fuel, the whole fuel system. That's 2, because the fuel system on this car, it's running low, very low. And then 3 is I have to change out the CV axles, the control arms, and the tow arms, and the brakes. Once all that stuff's done, the car is good to go. The car is, at that point, ready for whatever comes its way. So yeah, but I figured I'd make a quick little update video just to see, just to let you guys know like where the car's been going, what's been going on with it entirely, and where I'm taking it from there. So yeah, hope y'all have a good one, and I hope to see y'all, if any of y'all do come out in October to Slammed Enough, which is where this car's going to be. I hope to see you there, and deuces.